What is up, guys? What is up? What is up? This is a quick video tutorial. I'm just letting you guys see how I feed my fish. It has been a whole 2 weeks. Yesterday I had cleaned their fish tank and I kind of rearranged and made changes to things. So you can see I moved the house over there. Big Boy's in his house. Yeah, he's in his house upside down. And I just pretty much cleaned up. I took the fish out. I'm going to tell you guys a quick story real quick before we do feeding time. That's why these guys are like huddling like that, because they know that it's feeding time, because all they have to do is like shake it like this. And then they just like know like it's time to eat. So they gather in this circle, because I use this little hole up top to just put their food up there, and they know it's feeding time. So I just want to do a quick video tutorial and just let you guys see how I feed them, and let you know about the upcoming updates, and also let you know about what happened, this crazy story about what happened for this little guy right there, this little Tetra. I don't know if you can see him, but he's like absolutely tiny. He's like, hold on, let me get the camera so you guys can see him. This little bitty Tetra, the tiniest one. These guys love the camera. There he is. But, okay, so this is the story. So yesterday's cleaning was a deep clean, fish tank cleaning, because I let it build up in there. The algae started growing. It started growing on the sides of the tank and everything, which is not bad. Algae is good for the fish and everything. It's just that since this is like a super tight community, because it's so many in here, and this is a 10-gallon tank, but they're all small bodies and they won't get bigger than this size, so it fits perfectly, because all the tetras are middle dwellers. My guppies are top dwellers. My swordfish, he's able to go like anywhere he wants to go. And my bottom dweller, he's like more at the bottom. But so the community is even out pretty good for all of them to be in there. So that's a good thing. I didn't get any fish that just goes anywhere like that. Will like feel some type of way if other fish come in their territory, because these are all community fish, so they get on just fine, and I'm happy with them. But I did a deep cleaning, and I removed, like, I have this little bucket, it's like a 5-gallon bucket, and I put all of my fish inside that bucket in fresh water before I start on the cleaning tank. And this bucket doesn't have a top on top of it, so that tiny little Tetra, while I was in the middle of like removing all of the plants and all of the little things and ornaments that's inside of the tank, he just like hopped out of the fish tank. I mean, out of the little fish bowl. Like, he hopped out, because tetras are jumpers. Like, if you don't have a lid, and I learned, like, I've been studying so much since I started being a aquarium community hobbyist. So once I became that, I had started studying like so much about fish and all the fish that I'm going to have in my community once I upgrade, and also the smaller size. But they are jumpers. That's period what I'm trying to say. And I forgot to cover up the container. I didn't like really think, because before I had all of them in there a couple of times when they had to do the deep cleaning. I like to do the deep cleaning. I don't like when the algae builds up so much. It just looks so gross in there. So when I do deep cleaning, I move all of the fish out and put them inside the tank, because I don't want to stress them out and have anybody, die on me or anything. So this guy, he just hops out of the bowl. Like, he hops out of the bowl, falls on the floor. He's like flopping around, trying to breathe for his life. And everybody knows, like, look, I am a nail person, so I always have nails on my hands. And at the time, my husband was not here. So it's like crazy that this little guy fish hops out of the bowl. Key time when I'm not able to pick up himself, like pick him up. So I was so scared, so I started taking my fingers and I was like putting them together like crab claws, and I was like trying to pinch him, but not pinch him to where it was like hurting him, but pinch him to pick up his tiny body, because he was like starting to turn red and die on me, and I'm like so scared. And you guys know I love my fish, so I was like so scared. So I just scooped him as quick as I could, and I just hurried up and like held him in my hands, and like rinsed him off in the water that was inside the tank first before I put him back in there with these guys, because I just needed to rinse off whatever was on the floor that got on his body, because I don't want him to infect any of the other fish or get sick himself. So I just like moved him around in my hands to get him breathing his water, and he did. He started breathing, so I hurried up and quickly like scooped him with my hands again, and I put him in the container with the other fish, and he was like fine. And I just I covered up the container. Like, this is a sad story. I'm just laughing because like it was so serious. Like, I didn't know what to do. I just panicked and I hurried up and I just got on my knees and started trying to scoop this tiny little tetra. So anyways, that is my story, and I just wanted to let you guys know that, so I can just give you a heads up. If you have tetras, tetras are jumpers. They are jumper fish. If there's like not enough level of water and they see a clearance to where they can get out of here, they will jump out of the tank. So please cover your tank, because that is exactly what happened. So yes. So anyways, after I clean the tank, I will definitely do a video for you guys the next time. This new filter that's in there is a new 1 month filter, so it doesn't need to be changed for a while. It's very clean, but it went through the process of getting all of the things that they needed from their old tank and put in this tank. So I had to soak this new fish filter into their old water just to get all of those nutrients and things that they had on their body before I did a new water change. So these guys look really happy and shiny and swimming, and you see them. Everybody's scales is doing great. Everybody's doing great. No one's losing anything. No one's fighting. No one's stressed out. So that's really good. And as you can see, the little guy, he is still alive. So yes, that is pretty much what I wanted to tell you guys. And then about updates. So I've been talking and doing some research and like pretty much like putting people together and stuff to find a 15 or 22 gallon fish tank, because I really want the 22 gallon, but if I have to go up just 5 more gallons before I get the 22 gallon or the 20 gallon, then that's fine, because I wanted to get them a bigger space, because I wanted them to like fall in love with that new space and the new decor, because there's going to be grass coming in, like live grass in their tank and everything. Like, I have so many things coming up, so if you guys definitely want to check out these videos of when I plant pot grass in their new fish tank and get the new fish tank and do the changeover and get new fish, more fish, because I'm pretty sure this new tank is going to be big, and these guys are small and they're not going to grow anymore. So it's going to be like a lot of space in there for me to get 3 more exotic fish that are going to be like the alpha fish in the tank, right along with my swordfish, but they're not going to be aggressive. Like, I'm thinking about getting an angelfish, a couple of starfish, some crabs. So if you guys want to see all of that, then definitely subscribe to my channel, because I love my fish. I love being an aquarium hobbyist. It is super relaxing and fun. Like, I actually take the time in a day to like sit with my fish a couple of days, and I just sit with them and I'll just like watch them and watch how happy they are and see how they glow. Like, they haven't lost any of their colors. Like, you can tell a stressed out, unhappy fish from a good fish that's like well taken care of. And I just really love my fish. Like, I love my fish, I love my cat, but I love my fish. And I just wanted you guys to see how everybody was doing. The red-eye tetras are doing good, my guppies are doing good, my glow tetras are doing good, my bottom feeder's doing good, my swordfish is doing good. So everybody's really doing good. So I'm just going to show you. So what I do is, since I've gotten all my fish, and I guess since the red eye has been here for a while, you know, everybody talks and everything in there, they all know when feeding time is. So I just get my little container and I shake it in front of the tank, and then it just makes everybody like do this little crazy fish frenzy, and they gather in front of the hole. Then I will get their fish flakes. I do have pellets for my bottom feeder, and I did have some bloodworms for the guppies and the tetras for like a snack or something like that, but I have to re-up because my cats got to the blood tetras, the bloodworms, so I have to get some new ones, which is fine because I got them the same brand. I really trust the Tetra Mini food. Their food is great for these guys. Their digestive system is good. They have no problem with passing a bowel, and they love the food. They eat it. So I take the flakes. Some of their mouths are pretty tiny, so I crunch them up in my hands like this. I don't know if you guys can see. But like I just crunch it and scrape it in my hands to make them like really tiny flakes. That's how they look in there. And then I just pour it like this, scatter it in there, shred it with my fingers. Some of them know me and they love me, so they'll come up to my hands and start like picking it out my hands because they know like it gets stuck in my nails and stuff. And so I grab basically two big little bundle balls. Will get them full and good for the day, as I don't want to overfeed my fish. Overfeeding them causes a lot of issues like bloatedness and a lot of like bowel in here. Like I know I have a bottom feeder and he loves it, but I don't want to overfeed him either with overfeeding them and they're using the bathroom all day. So, and he'll eat anything. He'll eat the flakes that's in there, and then he'll also eat like their bowel and whatever else. So that'll make him overweight too. Then also with another thing that's for overweight, that's bad for overfeeding them, is stopping their appetite. Like it will stop them. Like if you overfeed them, you'll have to give them like a day or a half gap of not feeding them, because you have to let them pass it and work it out, or they'll just like my tetras, they're eaters, especially my guppies too. The guppies are the worst. I'll give them one more. I think I crunched up them too small, so I want them to find it. Yeah, that's good right there. Yeah. So that's everybody eating. What was I saying? Oh yeah, my guppies are eaters. Like they will eat as long as you keep feeding them. So you yourself as their parent has to moderate the amount of food that you give them to not overfeed them. You don't want anybody to get sick. You don't want anybody to stop eating. And you also don't want to really like mess up the tank, because overfeeding them will cause a lot of nastiness in here. Like once they eat, they're going to use it and keep using it until it's all gone, and then it's just going to look back dirty. And then you'll have to do a fish tank change, because you have a 10-gallon tank with about 15 to 20 fish and you need to clean it. So I'm always on it. I turned their heater off too. It's like really hot where we're at, so if I had their heater on, oh my god, I had their heater on before I did the fish change, when it actually started changing in the weather and started getting hot. And I came to check their thermometer, check their temperature of their water, and their water was getting like going up, like it was starting to get really hot in there. So I had to turn off their heater in the back and just leave their bubble machine on, and just change their water, give them cooler water. I had poured some dechlorinated water in there, cold dechlorinated water, and they love it. They loved it. Like honestly, when I was pouring it in there through this top part, all my guppies and my tetras, they were like swimming in it. It felt like cool water to them. So I'm like, I know you guys are super hot in there, because it's super hot out in the weather and change. I don't have a heater on. I don't have a fan on. I just have the window open. So I have to like try to keep it cool, keep the levels good, which the levels are doing really good right now. They're at a 80 Fahrenheit, so they're good. They're in the green zone. So that's pretty much it. I just wanted to show you guys my fish, show you how I feed them, and tell you guys the story of what happened to my little tetra. But everybody's happy. They're all good. You see their beautiful vibrant green color, or I'm sorry, orange color. It's very vibrant and shiny because they're happy, and they're always together in their school. They're happy tetras. Everybody's happy. He's like, no, don't point the camera on me. Yeah, everybody's happy in there. Even the guppies, they're like up there. Hi, guys. So that's pretty much it for you guys. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you like our fish aquatic journey and would like to see more, like to see all the new updates. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment below to let me know which fish did you like. Also leave a comment to let me know what fish you think you might like in the new tank. I would love suggestions, love some names for different exotic fish. Make sure it's tropical fish, not the saltwater fish. I'm doing all freshwater fish, tropical fish, so make sure that those are the fish. I'm not starting on a saltwater tank yet because I am not that skilled at being a aqua community hobbyist. So I'm not that skilled yet to start with saltwater, and I don't want to kill any fish, so I'm good with freshwater tropical fish. So definitely let me know below, and you guys have a great day.